answering your questions about retirement. It's Money Talk with Michael Eastham.
With all the turmoil in the stock market, do you think it's a good time to go to cash and just wait it out? My wife and I are both 65 and will retire in the next 3 to 5 years.
Well, this is a question that I get quite frequently, and it does depend on quite a variety of personal circumstances. But let me see if I can help you out a little bit. You know, if you're retiring in the next 3 to 5 years, then you may need to make sure that your investments are allocated appropriately for when you plan to retire. In other words, when you're in the accumulation phase of life, and you've got a long runway, 20 or 30 years before you retire, well, look, you can take a little bit more risk in your investments, investing for growth. Because over that 20 or 30 year time period, it's likely that the stock market is going to go up over time and have a very positive return on your investments. But if you're 3 to 5 years from retiring and you may need that money for income, well, think about it. If a stock market cycle takes between 4 and 7 years to fully recover from peak to peak, well, you don't have the time to recover if in year 4, when you're planning to retire, the market's down by 50%. Now what are you going to do? It may cause you to put a pause on your retirement, forcing you to work much longer. However, if you're invested for income, you're more conservatively invested in the things that pay some interest and dividends and predictable income, well, then you may not have to worry as much about whether the market is up or down because that income is predictable. Kind of like a rental property. If you have a good tenant that's paying you rent in a piece of real estate and you know that check is coming in month after month after month, well, you don't care really whether the property value is $150,000, $170,000, or $120,000. You know you've got that tenant paying you the rent. So think about those things when you're that close to retirement. I would say you're in the red zone and you can't afford to take that big hit that the market could throw at you so close to retirement. Hope that helps. As always, give us a call and I'll be happy to talk about your situation to help you determine whether now is a good time to make that change or if your assets are already invested appropriately to help you make that switch in 3 to 5 years.
If you've got a financial question you'd like to have answered, click on the link below to submit your question. You may hear your answer on an upcoming edition of Money Talk.